Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Pripyat Winter battlefield. Our heroes today are going to be Master Asia, playing for the Germans. And we also have none other than Ir0nRoman, playing for the Soviets of the Red Army. Pripyat Wonderfield? No, it's not. Definitely not a Wonderfield. It's a battlefield. But I gotta say, I hate this map. I despise it. Not because there's anything wrong with the map, simply because I am horrible at it. The fact that all 3 victory points are right here in the center makes it incredibly difficult for me to be able to play any competent type of style. Yeah, I mean, I can't really hold it. I mean, I try to cap the edges, but he holds all 3 points and caps me out. I try to hold the middle, but I get all my forces killed because I don't pull out in time. I don't know. I'm just horrible at these positions. I like maps where the victory points are spread out, at least 2 in the same position and 1 in the other, so you can at least slow down that ticking. But yeah, usually here in this map, I just get triple capped right off the bat, and before I notice, I'm already down to 100 points. But anyways, it's a great map anyways. I mean, it's very interesting to see the fights being focused here. You have this watchtower in the center, which is not a victory point, obviously. It's just a watchtower, but it is very unique in that it has its garrisonable building that you can only garrison if you control this point. And it is indestructible as far as the building itself. Obviously, your units inside will get killed, but the watchtower will never get destroyed. So it's very interesting, and it also provides you a larger view area. I believe you are able, outside of blizzards, you are able to view all 3 victory points from it. But yeah, very interesting. And also unique to this map currently in 1v1, these vehicle repair facilities, they spawn, I believe, 4 units that don't fight. They don't have any weapons, but they'll repair any of your vehicles that are nearby. They don't have to be on top of the point. You can be, nearby around here, and they will run out, and spares you some pioneers or combat engineers for that. So anyways, we do see that Master Asia has decided to go for the middle first. Ir0nRoman is currently focusing his efforts in the south, capturing all his territory. We do see that 3 conscripts were produced for Ir0nRoman, while 2 Volks, and not Volks, I'm thinking of Company Heroes 1, 2 Grenadiers, and 1 MG was produced for Master Asia. He is, however, producing a 2nd MG right now, which will be hitting the field in a little while. And we do see that the MG for Master Asia was put in that watchtower, so that's going to provide him a very strong defense point in the middle, allowing him to get these victory points pretty much secured for himself. This one, maybe not so much, but he's going to be able to have a concentrated push front here. The Pioneers are simply going around capping territory. I don't know if he's going to go cap here or over here, but they not doing much. So yeah, we still don't see any engagements. Ir0nRoman is currently capping just the outskirts. He's not even bothering going to the center. It is, well, not going to say unusual. We haven't casted this map that many times, but from what I've seen this map cast before, usually you see players trying to fight for that center. This truck right here is usually a point of defense because it's heavy cover, but oh well. Anyways, we're going to see probably our first engagement here. 2 Grenadier squads engaging 1 conscript, which is not going to win this fight. Probably going to have to retreat on that rather quick. 1 man goes down right away. 2nd conscript squad is down in the south, but he is not going to engage apparently. He's going to go ahead and move down. And the conscript squad over here took 2 man losses and a lot of health damage and decides to retreat a little bit. It's not going to hit retreat. It's just going to move out of the way and probably be used elsewhere. Maybe go cap around before it hits retreat. So Grenadiers decide to cap the victory point in front of Ir0nRoman's base, so he's going to get triple capped for a little while, and is going to start speeding up that victory point drain. It's already down to 440, so it's going to probably hit somewhere around 300 before he gets this point, I would assume. Anyways, up north we do see that an MG42 has garrisoned this building to defend the fuel point, which conscripts are currently harassing, but very quick reaction by Ir0nRoman. He took 1 burst, didn't get suppressed, and moved them out of the way, out of the range of the MG, over here on this light cover, and is decapping that point. So he's going to go ahead and deny Master Asia from his fuel. and is going to have double fuels because he currently has this position. So he is, in fact, Ir0nRoman, focusing his efforts in controlling map right now. He has his conscripts parked here on the fuel point. These conscripts are going to prod this strategic point to see what they can, kick around. And probably waiting for this scout car to hit the field to use that to get the advantage. Doesn't want to just simply run into the center because he knows that an MG is probably there and, simply going to make him retreat. MG42 jumping out of the house, gonna be able to suppress this squad. Very quick retreat by Ir0nRoman, not even going to get the suppression effect on them. He is going to take some relative heavy losses or health damage, but he is going to make it out of fine. Flamethrower equipped engineers on the scout car, making this MG42 retreat down to 2 men before it retreats. Very low in health, might not make it out of there. He is going to chase it, Master Asia that is, and that MG goes down. Probably going to pop off those combat engineers and pick up that MG. Very nice win. Combat engineers, pioneers down here getting engaged by a conscript squad. They're going to retreat at 3 men. Going to make it out of there before they die. Gets that MG42, might decide to retreat it. We'll see what he does. Scout car over here, scouting, I suppose. It doesn't have any one garrison in it, so it isn't as strong. Might pick up this conscript squad just simply to have an extra boost of firepower. We do see a penal battalion. a penal battalion on the field for Ir0nRoman, potentially getting a flamethrower, which could also be used to garrison that scout car and make it slightly stronger than a combat engineer, considering that you have 2 more rifles shooting from there. But the flamethrower is essentially the same, so there wouldn't be really that much of a difference. Just, slightly more firepower. MG42 that got taken over by Ir0nRoman, currently being opened up on those 2 grenadier squads, suppressing both of them and gonna quickly pin them down. One of them gets pinned down, the other should follow suit in a little bit, considering they're both right there on the volley. And MG42 decides to pack up and garrison the watchtower to get a superior position on them. And one more burst is going to go on, and no, repositioning. Okay, so he garrisoned, ungarrisoned, garrisoned again. What's going on with this MG? Huh. Decides to retreat it. Okay, so I suppose he doesn't want to lose this MG42 because, it's stolen. So you always want to keep that equipment, if you can, in your possession. Conscript squad down to 2 men, being attempted to get chased down by the Panzer Grenadiers that are now on the field for Master Asia. And they quickly retreat at 2 men, make it out of there, so no big threat to that. Up here in the north, we do see conscript squads capping this munition point, but they are not currently going for the fuel. We still have an MG42 that is currently freezing, though, for Master Asia, covering this whole area. He doesn't want to lose his fuel because he needs it for teching. We do see a scout car on the field now for Master Asia. It's not currently upgraded with the up gun, but one would assume that it is going to be getting the upgrade, at least relatively soon. Panzer Grenadiers chase off these conscripts. They only take some health damage. Does he have medics? Yes. So Ir0nRoman already has medics on the field, so he is not gonna suffer much as far as manpower drain goes. Obviously he loses a little bit of map control, but that manpower is a little bit more important in a sense. Scout car over here not getting that upgrade because he hasn't seen the scout car for Ir0nRoman yet, or not yet, but in a while. We do see the engineers back on the scout car. Conscripts getting engaged by 2 grenadier squads and the scout car. They're going to have to quickly retreat out of there, but they're going to hold the line a little bit, getting a vet 1 in the process, while the MG42 that got taken over is going to be setting up here to provide heavier firepower, and another conscript squad provides a little bit more reinforcements. Scout car is going to go ahead and hunt this MG42, I would assume. He is sending it up north, which is not currently being guarded by anything other than that MG. And the scout cars are very efficient, with a flamethrower inside, obviously, at killing lone MGs. So we'll see how that goes. Conscript in the middle getting engaged by pretty much everything on the field for Master Asia. He's got 2 Grenadier squads, 1 Panzer Grenadier, 1 Scout Car, and even a pack gun in the middle of the map, providing strong defense. Even a mortar is currently on the field, and it's bombarding. Is it the victory point or where? Yeah, right on top of the victory point, getting some damage on those conscript squads. So they're going to have to move around. Over here we do see the Penal Battalion, or Penal Squad, or what do they call them? Yeah, Penal Battalion. I was right the first time, yay. Penal Battalion going ahead and backcapping Master Asia, although he still has this point over here that is connecting his entire territory, but he might get decapped on that as well. Scout car got taken out. I missed that. Sorry, guys. The scout car for Master Asia got the up gun and managed to kill the scout car for Ir0nRoman. I'm gonna look around and see if I can find that wreckage. Ah, here it is. Chase them down on the retreat. So, okay. Anyway, Su-85 hitting the field for Ir0nRoman. Very preemptive Su-85. There's currently not any armor on the field for Master Asia aside from that scout car, which obviously, you know, the Su-85 can kill relatively quickly. Ooh, what was that? That was a satchel charge, but it didn't kill that pack gun, incredibly. It is heavy cover, so the guys behind it, I guess, managed to survive, but wow. Took even some of the Penal Battalion down with it, and the pack gun just brushed it off and stayed alive. Interesting. So, he didn't get completely cut off over here, which is good for Master Asia. Su-85 just opening fire. We do have... no, we don't have anything really. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is standard, I suppose, to go Tier 1, Tier 4 for the Soviet players. Although, you usually see a sniper with that, but, I mean, not necessarily needed precisely, but it is strong. But yeah, he got that Su-85. I mean, in this situation, considering there's no armor or vehicles coming out for Master Asia just yet, it would probably benefited Ir0nRoman to get an Su-76 instead. Could have used the barrage ability to clear out that pack gun a little bit easier. But, well, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, conscripts in the center taking that watchtower, getting engaged by pretty much everything. There's Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadiers, Scout Car with that autocannon, and even a mortar running on top of them. So conscripts are down to 3 men, need to retreat out of there. They do in fact retreat. They're going to make it out because 2 more conscript squads are currently on the field, and one of them garrisons the watchtower, the other one outside. Taking the bundle nade to the face on that one, and a lot of heavy damage, only down by 1 man, but they are heavily damaged, which makes them very susceptible to small arms fires now. Panzer Grenadiers do get the retreat though. The conscript squads backs off. Su-85 moves into position, probably going to try and take a shot at that pack gun. It isn't in range, it looks like. Su-85 takes a shot at the... looked like it took a shot at the Pioneers, yeah, not the scout car, but Master Asia does decide to back off the scout car to prevent, you know, any stray shots of hitting it. Pack gun again moving up to try to take a shot on that Su-85. It is going to be able to take a shot at the Su-85, but it might get itself killed considering it is so low in health. Shot misses, hits the Su-85, so the Su-85 is going to back off. Another shot goes in, misses. Pack shot misses as well. Stolen MG42 opening on those Grenadiers, making them hit the ground a little bit. And yeah, the pack gun is just going to back off of there. That's a very low health pack gun, which is not exactly the best thing, but he would need to have a half-track on the field for Master Asia if he wanted to reinforce it without taking it out of the game. He is backing off considerably though, so he might be sending it back to reinforce. Anyways, stolen MG42 heading for the watchtower, going to attempt a cap. Probably going to be able to do so, and might be able to even pin down this Grenadier squad. And there it goes, gets suppressed. Another burst. No, 3 bursts is what it's going to take. Penal Battalion up north getting that fuel point, sorry. Getting harassed a little bit. Ooh, okay. The MG42 manages to get a shot on them and makes them retreat. Scout car wasn't going to do much, though. Once you get that autocannon, its anti-infantry capabilities are severely diminished. There's a mortar over here not doing anything much. It's bombarding the watchtower, I believe, although that shot was pretty close to the MG, so I'm not sure if it's trying to hit the MG itself or simply the watchtower, and that was a stray shot, but not much in the center now for Master Asia. In fact, there's not much on the field. Everything has retreated and is currently being reinforced and healed up. We do see Panzer Grenadiers and Grenadiers currently heading for the center, so those are probably going to be able to take that watchtower relatively soon. We do see that Ir0nRoman has now been able to actually capture both victory points, or 2 victory points in his favor. So that's going to start to drain back onto Master Asia. He only got 25 points the first time he got 2 of them. And he himself, Ir0nRoman that is currently down to 268 points, so almost down to half. Su-85 still needs some repairs. We don't see... No, well, actually, he does have a combat engineer squad on the field. Not sure where that squad is. It's over down here, so it's not in any position to repair currently. And like I mentioned, the Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers decap that watchtower. Probably going to get it into their possession before they leave. MG42 that got stolen is currently turned around to be able to engage any enemies in this position. And the squads over here walk out of the area of the watchtower before they get the cap, which is a little bit unfortunate. Over here by the base, we do see a MG42 getting engaged by conscripts, but it does set up and gets an angle on those conscripts, getting the suppression, and probably going to get the pin down in that next burst. And there they go. They need to retreat out of there, or they are going to get themselves killed. Su-85 taking a shot at these infantry, manages to actually get a kill. Shock troops on the field now for Ir0nRoman, going to be very effective against these Panzer Grenadiers and the Grenadiers themselves. Grenade goes in, doesn't do much, only takes 1 guy down. Panzer Grenadiers retreating long before they take any damage. Grenadier squads on the floor should get focused down by these, but he is going for the pack gun, trying to decrew it first. But yeah, these guys are very low in health. He could actually get the kill, but they retreat down to 1 man. Is he going to make it out? And he should be able to make it out just fine. Mortar squad is now getting rushed by those shock troops, although they are down to 4 men, so not as much firepower, but it's still a lot of SMGs, which are going to be very effective at close range. Grenade goes on top of that mortar, down to 1 man, gonna kill him, and that mortar is now decrewed. So it's very possible to get it recrewed, but this MG42 is going to deny that, although they do get it. Retreats. Shock troops getting on a mortar, that's interesting. Taking a lot of damage, but they should be able to make it out of there before they get killed. And yeah, there they go. Actually managed to get out. Still 3 men. Gonna get healed up by those medics back at base, so they should be fine. So another loss there for Master Asia, losing his mortar. That mortar is gonna be put to very good use now by Ir0nRoman, I believe. Well, I would assume. It's gonna be very difficult for Master Asia to break that. He still only has cars. He hasn't decided to build any tanks or heavy armor. It's slightly understandable, I guess you could say, because there is that Su-85, which he knows is on the field. So, you know, Panzer IV and such wouldn't be able to kill it easily. But, you know, he could go maybe for Panthers, and that would be a better solution. But, well, we'll see what happens here. Anyways, MG42, ooh, taking a shot to the face by a rifle nade by those Grenadiers. Takes down 1 man, brings it down to very low health, but the MG42 is still going to open fire. Going to pin down those Grenadiers, which are currently being supported by a penal battalion, and they're going to have to retreat. AT gun is going to take shots by that MG42, so it's going to go ahead and back off. It is going to get chased down by the penal battalion, but no, he decides to simply back it off and keep it in the area. Doesn't want to leave that MG42 unsupported, which is a good option. Another Grenadier squad goes into the center. I believe it's trying to get an 18-8 in there. I mean, rifle nade, potentially. No? Yes? Maybe? MG42 gets packed up and retreated. It is up to Vet 2, so that's very nice. Very nice decision by Ir0nRoman to preserve it. That veterancy is going to help out incredibly. Pack gun is just taking some pot shots out at range. We have a mortar half-track now on the field to replace that stolen or lost mortar, that is, for Master Asia. They do have the flame bomb thing attack, which is currently being used. There you go. Incendiary rounds, that is. And yeah, that's going to make him retreat out of there if he doesn't want to lose a lot of members. 2 of them get burned up on the retreat. So yeah, very, very costly to leave him in there. So very nice. Su-85 did get fully repaired. It is slightly supported by that combat engineer, which is not currently doing much. Back at base, we do see infantry moving out for Ir0nRoman. Up north, we still have that scout car and the MG defending that fuel cache. Very, I mean, not a bad decision. That's okay. He wants to prevent the harassment of that fuel, which would obviously happen if he moved his forces around. The scout car is also not very useful at the present time because there's only an Su-85, which, you know, the scout car isn't going to do much against. I suppose it could circle strafe it, but, you know, there are 18-8s and other things to worry about other than the Su-85, and it doesn't have that great of a anti-infantry capability, so it's just here defending, and we're going to see a conscript squad run into it, take a couple shots from it, could throw an 18-8. It does in fact throw an 18-8, bring in the engine damage and the health about 60%. MG42 still back here to support, but it isn't in range of that conscript squad. We do have the Mordor being set up incredibly here, so that's a strong push up in the north for Ir0nRoman. Mordor is going to take some shots on top of that scout car potentially. Shock troops, let's see if the mortar round. Ooh, nice mortar shot there. Takes down 2 of the MG42 gunners. One more shot should potentially do it if it lands on top of them. MG42 is gonna suppress this conscript squad. But the Mordor is getting engaged by Panzer Grenadiers, and Grenadiers gonna have to retreat if he wants to keep it alive. It's not currently retreating, probably focused up here on this fight. Getting the retreat on that conscript squad down to 2 men. Mortar down to 3 men, needs to get him out of there if he wants to get out alive, and I don't think he's gonna make it out alive. He's focused over here with the shock troops. Down to 1 man, he's gonna lose that mortar, and probably gonna get taken back by the German player Ir0nRoman. Shock troops getting pinned down to 3 men. Gonna retreat, but are they gonna make it out through the Panzer Grenadiers and Grenadiers? It looks like they are. Grenadiers take back that mortar. So now, Master Asia is gonna have the indirect fire superiority. He does have that mortar half-track, and now with his mortar back in his possession, going to be able to deny this territory very effectively, I would say. In the center, we do see another incendiary barrage going down, denying the combat engineers from actually capturing the watchtower. They did manage to get a decap before it landed, so they are going to be a little bit okay. Shock troops getting engaged by the Panzer Grenadiers, and a Pioneer squad. Shock troops throw an 8 into the open, but the Panzer Grenadiers move out of the way before that goes off. Down to 2 men on the shock troops. Retreat. Gonna make it out. Should be fine. So yeah, the artillery or indirect fire is now gonna start taking its toll on Ir0nRoman. He does have low amounts of infantry, I guess you could say. He has lost 2 of his conscript squads and needs to reinforce most of his conscript squads and infantry right now. Back at base, we do see that it is not currently happening. He was saving his resources for an ISU. Very interesting. ISU is going to be quite effective at bombarding at range, so could very easily take out the mortar half-track. I don't know about the pack gun. I mean, it is... I believe it should be damaged, even though it doesn't show the actual health of the weapon. But we do see a Tiger on the field now, and that ISU should actually be very effective at, you know, keeping that Tiger at bay. So anyways, in the center we do see a penal battalion getting bombarded again by an incendiary barrage. Very heavy usage of that Master Asia, but very nice usage of it because it is denying territory to Ir0nRoman. He moves his penal battalion out of the way, but one of them still catches fire. Shot by the Tiger tank, makes them scatter and probably getting on top of the fire again. He's running them through the fire. One of them catches fire again. Down to 4 men. This was the ISU? What was that? Huh. Ooh. Nice. A satchel charge went in, destroyed a... I don't know what it was that got dropped there. Was it the mortar? Yeah, it was the mortar. So, bye-bye mortar. But this got shocked by something. What was it? Was it this? Interesting. Wow! Mortar half-track takes a shot to the face by that ISU. Brings it down to almost dead. Just a sliver of health. ISU takes a shot at that pack gun and destroys it, obliterates it, erases it from the face of the planet. Look at that. Rolling body there, going like, oh my god. ISU takes a shot. Ooh. What was that? Huh. Not sure what that was. Okay. I mean, I know it was a fragmentation bomb, but I don't know where it hit. It didn't apparently do anything to this one. But anyways, ISU's incredible range being used quite effectively. It is harassing these capping pioneers. We do see the infantry of both men here quite reduced, but still a decent amount. There's not a lot of manpower right now for Ir0nRoman, so he's not able to reinforce his squads fully. This shock troop over here, it's at 6 men, so could potentially move out. But he currently only has a conscript squad and a combat engineer on the field. Teller mines. Wow, when did these get interesting? I missed that, but there are teller mines right in front, right at this choke point for Master Asia. So that could be very effective. We do see the ISU is currently moving. Is he actually going to run over that teller mine? Yes, he is. Oh my god. Brings it out to about half health and heavy engine damage, if I'm not... actually, just engine damage. So, didn't get a crit on the engine damage, but that ISU is now heavily damaged. Gonna get charged by the Tiger. Is it gonna be worth it? ISU... it misses its shot. SU-85... No, moved out of position. Needed to be kept where it was. Needs that conscript squad right on top of it now. It is engaging these guys. You need to back off with the conscript squad. Ir0nRoman and throw an 18-8 at this guy. It would be very useful. Gonna lose that ISU, unfortunately. That is very very unlucky for Ir0nRoman. That teller mine was brutal, and he moved the SU-85 out of position. The Tiger tank could have been significantly lower in health if he had kept the SU-85 back. Now the SU-85 is gonna get killed. Yeah, SU-85 is trying to run away, but he's not gonna run away from a Tiger with a turret, and there it goes, blows up. So in one fell swoop, one lucky mine that got placed, I don't know when, I lost track of it, but I luckily noticed it before it got detonated, but yeah, in one blink of an eye, Ir0nRoman lost everything. He lost his conscript squad, he lost his combat engineers, so now he only has chalk troops and a penal battalion. That's it. I suppose he could call in another ISU relatively soon. Relatively, to say, but wow, that was brutal. So, we do see the center of the map now, probably going to be fully controlled by Master Asia. Ir0nRoman is capping the southern portion of the map again, trying to get some resources back into his bank. Resources flowing a little bit, but yeah, that was brutal. He lost everything in one simple movement. I mean, yeah, the ISU needed to back off immediately as soon as it hit that teller mine, but it probably would have been lost to the Tiger. But yeah, him moving that SU-85 out of position was probably the life. We're gonna probably see a satchel going down here. No other reason to move in that penal battalion. And down to 3 men, down to 2 men. I don't think he's going to throw the satchel in time. He's going to retreat. Is he going to make it out of there? And he does. So, yeah, needless loss of manpower there. Didn't actually get anything done. Very difficult to not lose anything, considering it was Vet 3 Panzer Grenadiers and a Vet 2 Grenadier with an LMG-42. So, yeah. Shock troops getting intercepted by Grenadiers. Grenadiers taking a grenade to the face, but only doing health damage. Shock troops at Vet 1. Grenadiers at Vet 1 and Vet 0. Shock troops are going to retreat. They're going to wait for reinforcements, I would assume. There is another shock troop squad here. If he uses both of them, he can get the advantage on both of these. Grenadier squad, even though they have LMG-42s, they have SMGs, so if they get on top of them, they should be able to do a lot of damage. We'll see how it goes. I don't think there's going to be any other engagement on the field right now. Another ISU got called into the field. We'll see how this one fares. Shock troops going up against the Grenadiers. Rifle nade being used. No. Grenade from the shock troops goes in. only health damage, not much. Only one of these grenadiers goes down for each of the squads. So they just retreat. Gonna go get healed up. Pretty sure he has a medic bunker. And we do see a fuel cache. Another fuel cache being produced by Master Asia. So he is probably gonna be investing again in either a tank or, yeah, probably the Tiger tank. I don't think there's anything else he's gonna be using his fuel in. He hasn't built any other tiers. I mean, I suppose he could get a half-track and such, but I guess he doesn't need it. Mortar half-track is still over here being used to bombard. It got healed up. Took a shot on these shock troops. Shock troops gonna move to the victory point, but they are gonna get engaged by the veteran sea troops, which are gonna make them retreat right away. ISU being positioned on the other side of the river, very nice. Probably would have been the place to keep it originally, but I mean, hindsight is 2020. How would have he known there was a Tellermine there? Shock troops over here shooting the fuel cache. Probably gonna get it down, but they are gonna get chased away by these grenadier squads, even though they are not vetted. They do have that LMG. Conscript squad. I mean, shock troops are down to 2 men. Fragmentation bomb going on top of that. ISU doesn't do a lot of damage, just a sliver of health, maybe 5%, but it does shock the crew, which could potentially be a chance for the armor to get the advantage on them. ISU supporting the the penal battalion in the center, but the Tiger tank is, well, it was moving to intercept it, but it is getting stuck here in the river. Gonna be a while before it gets there. Nice shot. I'm not sure if it was the ASU or the penal battalion, but brings down the Grenadier squad to 1 man. Ooh, very nice. Panzer Grenadiers get taken out in 1 shot because they fall into the freezing water. Although the Tiger tank did get the surprise on the ISU and should be able to kill it now. Yeah, you need to keep or have at least a conscript squad around to use those 18-8s to, you know, slow it down at least. Another Tellermine hit, I believe. And that ISU is gone. And there's another Tiger on the field for Master Asia, so I think that's going to be game for Ir0nRoman. Very unlucky, very lucky and good use of the Tellermines for Master Asia. That was brutal. Conscript, brand new conscript squad going to the center, trying to get that watchtower, which isn't going to do him much good. Getting obliterated by the Tiger tanks, probably not even going to retreat. And no, they don't. Ir0nRoman decides to throw in the towel. Again, can't say I blame him like I say most of the time because, well, what did he have? He had 2 shock troops, penal battalion, and a conscript squad that was getting murdered in the center. Lost his highest use after producing 2 unlucky Tellermine. I mean, yeah, this moment right here. Sorry for the noise. I'll back off. But yeah, that moment right there where the ISU hit that Tellermine was the critical moment in the game. 2 mistakes, one after another. He hit the mine with the ISU. I mean, that wasn't exactly a mistake. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you could say that he should have had the minesweeper guys, but I mean, sometimes you don't have that in a game, and it's fine. But you know, whatever. He hit the mine with his ISU, but the mistake was that he moved his Su-85 out of position. The Su-85 was behind, was covering. If the Tiger tank had moved in, he could have potentially, even if he lost that ISU, he could have potentially gotten a kill on the Tiger if the Tiger was focusing on the ISU. But yeah, again, hindsight is 2020. Not blaming Ir0nRoman. Way better player than I am. Way better player than a lot of people. Not exactly sure what rank he is right now. The leaderboards got released onto CoH2.org today, but I wasn't able to find Ir0nRoman or Master Asia. I guess I just suck at using the search function. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send them, I will put the email in the description below so you can send it there. But otherwise, again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the replay, and I will see you next time.